Okay, Andrew. So just we're going to move on now to, this is an example of a milk supply docket that a farmer receives at the end of every month in relation to the supply in the previous month. So this is obviously for Dairy Gold, but this is typical of information that every farmer in Ireland will have every month for his herd, irrespective of whether they're on ICBF, whether they're on Herd Plus. Every dairy farmer will have one of these, and it shows how they're being paid for their milk. So everybody has heard of the term A+B-C, but I'm not sure everybody fully understands what the A+B-C means and how it manifests itself in one of these reports.
Yeah, I suppose, look, you've your base prices, what you have here, and this is taken from October 2021, and Dairy Gold increased their litre of milk by, I'm not sure now, I think it might have been half a cent or a cent or something, but you saw it's 3.4 and 4.2 fat, 3.4 protein, 4. So what that really means is that, what is a kg of fat and a kg? So you have your bulk tank outside is full of milk, but more importantly, what's in your bulk tank, what percentages of fat and protein, and when they take that out and manufacture it, how many kgs of fat you have and how many kgs of protein, because that's what you're paid out of that bulk tank. You're paid by the kgs of solids in the bulk tank. And you can see here that a kg of protein is worth €6.94, and a kg of fat is worth €4.24, and the ratio is about 1.6 in the favour of protein. And fat is becoming very important, like I said earlier on. It was 2.16 before, so fat is hugely important, and fat percentages in herds should be really looked at closely as well as protein percentages. But this is the key one for me here, is this one, which a lot of farmers there, maybe mightn't understand that every litre you produce, they're taking 4 cents a litre in relation to Dairy Gold in this case. So, when you say that volume is our enemy, look, you take that maybe with a grain of salt, but look, this 4 cents a litre is huge, and the only really way of getting that 4 cents a litre back, is to improve your percentages, So, if you can say, look, I get 4 cents a litre more above the average, now I'm after cancelling this out. And then you're driving on then and you're winning. And like I said, going forward, this is going to become more and more important to keep an eye on there, because you're going to be penalised by your co-op, which we are here at the moment, because it's extracting the water from your milk. But going forward, we're going to be penalised as well in relation to the high carbon footprint that large volumes of milk is going to create.
Are you suggesting that this could become minus 4.5, minus 5
that
in
is,
future?
Yeah,
look,
when you look at energy costs and the carbon footprint, you think that they might do it other ways, but you would think that this would increase to 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Now, it's not for me to say that that's the way to go about it. There could be some other penalty put in place, but we know that the penalty that's going to be put in place in the next couple of years is this tiering system there. So look, that'll probably hurt farmers a lot, and what that really means is, if you have a high production herd over 6,500 litres, so a 7,000 litre herd plus or 8, and there's plenty of them in the country. If you have 100 cows, it could potentially knock you back to 80 cows. And that's the worrying thing, because, you're going to be penalised, for that going forward. And that is a quote in itself, back again, So we're just after coming from a quota situation, and the way it's looking is that if high production herds, there's going to be a quota coming down the line. In the form of high production, because the high production cow needs more inputs, more foreign inputs there
Yeah.
to get that litres out. So like if all that's coming out, it has to go in. And they're going to penalise the way it goes in.
Okay, good, thanks, yeah.